And was that before or after taking it to Shark Tank? Amazing.
We had to stop it all because we're overselling.
Amazing.
Not so great problem to have.
Because this is not normal, guys.
No.
Normal people don't have an item that goes this bananas.
And it sold nearly 1 million copies now.
Good for you. So do you feel like you've peaked? I have a suspicion that the first version of this game was naughty.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I'm saying? I've only known you guys for a smidgen of time, but just I have a suspicion that the first draft, the first edition that was played at someone's house was a naughty version of this.
It was
like, how do we
wild.
make this family friendly? Okay.
How do we make this mass market is what we asked ourselves.
So once you had the interest, what was the first step? What was the first phone call? To whom? That we need to make this a commercial item. What was the first hire or step or email that went out?
I think it was factories
Yeah.
for me, like really just physically getting our head around how we can mass produce this, how we can make it affordable, and then how do we get it in at a price that is mass market
And
pricing.
what factory? What was the first factory?
Google. We Googled factories. And
so what kind of factory were you looking for? You were looking for a paper
game
factory?
factory,
A game factory.
Yeah, a game factory.
Okay. So you wanted to give it to somebody to help you manufacture it. Sort of, here's the idea. Help, like a longshore.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Here's
Exactly.
the idea. Help me
And then we
take
found-
it to soup to nuts.
Here's the dimensions, here's the materials.
Got it.
How much can you make it for? Can you make it cheaper?
Got it.
Can you make it even cheaper than that?
Got it.
And then obviously, like, inflatables are not something that comes with like every board game. So that was something that we then went out to source ourselves somewhere else, which was a whole trial and error.
Yep.
And but we did it.
Yep,
We got it
you did.
together.
Congratulations,
It worked.
you did it.
And it sold nearly 1 million copies now.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Congrats. And was that before or after taking it to Shark Tank?
That was way
That was
before.
way before,
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
5
Cool.
years ago, we launched this, and I posted our second ever TikTok video, which went to 34 million views within
Good
a
for
few
you.
days. We sold out. It was nuts.
Amazing.
We had to stop it all because we're overselling.
Amazing.
Not so great problem to have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
you think about all the opportunity you lose in those moments, and you're like, shit, I should have had more.
shoulda, coulda, woulda.
But then the
Yeah.
following year, we got too ambitious because we were like, whoa, this is so hot.
Overproduced.
And then we were so stressed out because we got so much stock that, and then we couldn't get it all into Amazon. We were like, okay, we need to slow down.
That must have been 2022.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it was
during
actually.
the crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And also
that
they
was
restrict-
that.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's
slapped us
15
around.
grand to ship a container.
This is all really new to us.
And
we
then
were like,
restricting
okay.
space.
Yeah.
FBA was restricting a lot
Yeah.
of space. We
Yeah.
couldn't get it in. It was a nightmare.
And then you're paying punitive charges for all year long for things that are sitting there being stored. What was the, when you have an item like this, how do you know where you were going to position it price-wise? Who determined what you were going to sell at? Was that a factory decision saying, I think you guys should sell it at X? Was it based on the margins or based on the cost?
I was saying it was the customer and that when
What
we
they were
played-
willing to pay for it.
Yeah, and the volume that we got in round about that 1999 price point was where we got the conversion and the profit level that we were wanting, and that scale, and also hitting some of those top spots on Amazon or whatever. We were like, okay, this is what they want. We want to make sure it's affordable, and
Basically, it's all consumer driven because
Yeah.
we were very e-commerce first.
Yeah.
So you get instant feedback from customers on everything.
So your plan was to go direct to consumer.
yes.
And you were going to use social to its might and go flood whatever you could.
Exactly.
And were you hoping for organic social, or is that still the play to hope that organic folks post about it and talk about it and
It's
spread
a
the word?
mixture.
I mean,
Okay.
our own organic after the second ever TikTok is done huge for us. We've had about 1 billion views now, and that's us designing games with social media
Sure.
in mind, given the free advertising if
Yeah.
it hits big for us.
This remains the cowboy, the soldier, right?
This has led the way, and then
Okay.
a couple of the new ones have done that and are hopefully starting to catch up.
Cool.
But yeah, definitely that is the driver.
It's always tough when you have this is a home run. I talk about this all the time to my staff and on every channel we ever have operated on. I don't know if I've had a home run that was, millions of units, per year, right? And you're like, wow, this thing is like, I think we've had home runs. We haven't had grand slams.
Yeah,
Would you
yeah.
consider this to be a grand slam?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, for
Cool.
us, definitely. I
Yeah.
think in the party game space, it's definitely doors just flew open for us, and we had
Yeah.
to kind of say no at the start because we were very
Yeah.
overwhelmed, and now we're kind of ready to
Interesting. The toy industry is a lot of, if you're lucky, you get a lot of just base hits and you're fine. You get some doubles, you catch some triples, but if you catch a home run even once every 5 years,
You're doing great.
You've got enough leverage and resources to grow and, keep innovating and yada yada. You get a grand slam, you got a 10-year runway of capital, right? To make mistakes.
I would agree.
So I guess for this item, when you have something this successful out of the gate, it's always like it's like the prom queen, in high school. Life is only downhill from here.
Yeah.
So do you feel like you've peaked?
I think.
Does that scare you though? Does that scare you sometimes?
Course.
Like when you have a hit, or you're like, oh fuck, like there's always going to be this chase of trying to get to this level.
I think.
Because this is not normal, guys.
No.
Normal people don't have an item that goes this bananas.
And that's what we had to learn.
See what I did there?
Yeah. So we had to learn that is not the case with every product.
Right.
And every product has a different niche.
Okay, so you've had to come back to earth moment.
Yes.
For sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
And we've tried
Did
to
that come from a failure? Did that come from something, from a strikeout?
Yeah.
Okay.
We had.
Tell me about those.
Well, we had like one game that we love, and it actually introduced us to a lot of people in the industry. It's called Fire in the Hole. Did an amazing Kickstarter. The feedback was amazing, and we were like, this is a home run. This is gonna be close to that, if not better. But then it went into e-commerce, and it wasn't doing the same as that. And we had to basically realize that every product is very different from the previous one.
What was wrong with that game?
The price point.
Yeah.
It was a very luxe kind of game.
much?
$29.99.
Okay.
And we were really trying to appeal to that tabletop market, which isn't normally our market, as you can imagine, with something like It's Bananas.
What was the gameplay? Can you tell me about that game?
It was basically a 2 to 4 player game, and it came with this big. We were very obsessed with the environment because we were realizing how many tails we were bringing in, and I really wanted to bring out a kind of big tabletop presence game with no plastic. So we worked with like pop-up engineering from books. So we had this big pop-up pirate ship, and you wore these pirate eye patches, and you had to throw your felt cannonballs in, but there's all these stupid throws, like a pitch black, both eyes were closed, or double barrel, you throw 2. Or,
Interesting.
So we played around with that, and in some light strategy, so that it was definitely a family game. But I think for us, and maybe the numbers we're used to with It's Bananas, at $29.99, and it being a lot more beautiful a game, I just don't think that was maybe our strength, or what the customer maybe wants from us. So,
and also at $29.99, the expectation changes of the consumer.
Of course,
right? There's a lot more on the line. There's a lot more that they need to cure in their personal needs at that moment, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so
but it taught us a lot.
Yeah, 100%.
Also, like, how is that going to sell in retail? Like, it was a box, and we weren't really communicating properly that it had this massive, beautiful 3D pop-up ship inside. It was too big for the shelves, so that wasn't going to work. So, there's a lot of lessons there.
We learned quick, to be
100%.
fair.
Yeah.
Are you going to redo that game?
Nah.
No.
Take it out back and shoot it?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a barn. We do have a barn if you ever need to bring something
don't
we'll
shoot
take
it.
it.
Barn and shoot it.
Don't shoot it. Bring it out when you're an old guy and
It's
be like,
still one of those games.
Isn't it hard to let go though?
Oh, for sure.
Because you put so much time in developing this game, right?
Yes.
And you're like, oh man, it didn't work. It's sad, but it's even more sad to like abandon it and know that you're not going to pursue. Like, no, people didn't get to play it the way you wanted them to play it. It didn't get the enjoyment.
You just have to see it for what it is and where it brought you, right? And it still is opening doors for us. We have people that come up to our stands at trade shows who are like, oh my God, you're the guys from Fire in the Hole. I have that in my office, and I always show it off to people that come round. And that is very gratifying, of course.
I think it's about how you're measuring success, and of course, given that we're running businesses, numbers and volume like It's Bananas is success. But I think what it's taught us is that not every game needs to be that for us to think. And I think we're really proud of what we did, but at the same time, we won't do that again.
Okay, so let's talk about the games that are here. We know this is a hit. We're going to get into this and play this in a little bit. Let me just tell you how I discovered this. First of all, I don't remember where I saw it, but this is just, I guess, the best thing that could happen for you, right? Where a consumer or person is walking by at a trade show. I saw you guys playing it, and I immediately said, oh yeah, I've seen this somewhere. I don't know where, right? Whether it was on TikTok or TV or whatever it was, I had an immediate, it could have just been the 2 touch points, the time before and the time now, and it was enough for me to want to stop and check it out. So I guess the superpower of this could be that, this is one of those visual games where, are you guys doing like specialty, whatever, play days, or are people out playing this? Is there like a street team that's out doing this? This is one of those things where the more you see it, the more you sell.
I agree.
Right?
That's definitely our strategy. We've been very digital first in our social media and also our marketing. And I think this year we're definitely going to get on the ground and get people to feel the way it is to play that game and our other games, and not just watch other people play. And I think that's definitely something we were wanting to
We've
start
been
focusing
very
on.
isolated ourselves in a little e-com bubble. And last year was the first year that we did trade shows. And we're like, oh my God, it is really good to have people interact with your games
and
because
play
it
them.
sells
It's
itself.
a feedback loop. Right over here, like real-time learning. Amazing. I think this is one of those games that everyone just wants to try it.
Yes.
Because I saw it and I'm like, I would love to try that.
And that's why it's done so well on social media. You can, when you see a video of that, you're like, oh my God, that's hilarious. I can see my mom play it. I can see my dad play it. I want to see my sister play that. I just want to basically laugh.
Just try it. I just want to try it. And then when I had an opportunity, I walked by I think I was with Mirza, but I walked by the booth. Were you there? And I think he caught my eyes and he was like, do you want to try it? I was like, yes, please. I thought you'd never ask. But it's an absolute joy. Again, we're going to play this here in a second. All right, let's jump into this one we kind of went through for a second.
Yes.
Okay, where is this going? Tell me where it's going. Claco, leave in the comments what you think about Claco so far.
So it's going to change. Its name is going to change to Jolt.
Do we know? To George.
Jolt.
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 I'm like,
I like George,
Yeah,
though.
George.
George is kind of
So humanizing. Just humanize the game.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, Jolt. Okay.
Because there's a few other magnet games out there.
Okay.
That start with a K.
Yeah, and you go,
And we were like, maybe we want to stay away from that.
Okay.
It's basically curling on a board.
Oh, interesting.
With magnets.
Interesting.
So you use the polarity of the magnets.
Interesting.
To push other magnets out of the way, to clear space, to
Interesting.
click them together with magnets, to take them out of the game. And it's been one of those runaway successes from the get-go at the trade shows. Like, it's going to go into Walmart this year.
Cool. Oh, it's already placed.
Yeah, it's already
this
placed
August,
after showing it at Toy Fair
Cool.
this year.
Okay.
So we're very excited
Good
about
for you.
it. So
and this is going to be a stupid question, but bear with me. Did you already pass safety testing for magnets?
Yes, good question.
So basically, these magnets currently in the sample are too small.
Too small and too strong.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So they need to be 32 millimeters to be precise to pass the choking hazard test. So we're now making the magnets bigger. The board is going to be bigger. Also, being at trade shows, you learn so much about your own products, and people come up with ideas free of charge. And someone said, like, hey, have you thought about maybe using a neoprene mat? Because that will slide so much better. And it's like, no, we haven't, but that's a great idea.
Have you solved this problem?
So it's going to be a mat.
Okay,
It's going to be a neoprene mat.
And it'll slide.
And it will slide
it'll
way
glide
better.
across.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
dude.
See?
Barry, you see this?
Yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As it slides over, there's a polarity. It pushes. It's so
Yeah.
cool.
So you've got to...
So those are the...
It's really good.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's really simple. You just decide I go positive or negative at the start and slide your magnet down.
So this is great. How do you tell the consumer that on that box that it
Exactly.
what I just experienced, what I just felt of the polar, the shift there, and as I was pushing it away? How do you advertise that?
Exactly. So when we designed the game, we had social media in mind. There's a lot of magnet games doing really well on TikTok Shop, but none of them have really kind of gamified magnets in motion or playing with the positive and negative side of a magnet. So definitely organic and social media we're excited about. And then we're redesigning the box front to kind of replicate the flicking of the magnet and kind of magnets reacting with each other on a board so
Guys,
that you can...
this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I think it's going to do well.
This is so. You know what's going through my head right now? I'm seeing a Star Wars like license kind of play with
that's
like
something.
the whole like shifting of the force, moving things around. There's like I'm moving one, two other ones are moving.
Yeah,
that's
it's
wild.
kind of magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It is
that is the reaction that we have seen over the last couple of weeks at the trade shows, which obviously tells us that we need to demo this in person. It's
100%.
all like consumer shows like
100%.
Gen Con and Game Expo.
Cool.
Yeah.
This is a cool game, guys.
Thank you,
Don't
yeah.
fuck this one up.
No,
Okay?
I'll try not to.
Seriously, this is just tough to market.
Yeah.
Like to deliver the message.
Yeah.
There's just so much happening.
Yes.
So much stuff to explain.
Yes.
In that 2.5 seconds of
I
like, I'm
agree.
going to look at this box.
But what will happen is, like, especially with social media, people will see what you've just seen, like those magnets moving sort of their own accord. And if they don't know it's a magnet game, they're obviously going to watch for much longer, trying to figure out what it is. And then when they realize, they're like, oh my God, that's a genius. Cool. And I want that. But so we need to get that in person, we need to do that on social, and then you're right, we also need to communicate that in the box.
Absolutely love it.
Thank you.
You know, going back to this box for a second, doesn't it look like it's like that thing you played in school with when your friend makes the upright and you flick over into the paper football? Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
No, I get it.
Okay, I absolutely love this.
Thank you.
Good luck with this one.
Cheers.
Hope that crushes. What's that one?
Okay.
So this is Dummies, and this is very different. And basically, we wanted an adult party game, but we wanted to bring toyification into adult games.
Wait, you guys wanted an adult party game? I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we just kind of thought, and if you turn the box around, you get a nice little surprise. You get to see their bums, a nice little cutout. So yeah. It's not scratch and sniff, sadly. But
By the way,
Sadly?
I don't know. Could be a sales point.
You know, speaking of bums for a second, did you guys notice the trend of the show was assholes and buttholes and farts?
You saw a lot.
How many butthole toys were there?
Not enough.
I know this guy that was featured. He had the #1 butthole item at the show.
Yeah. I was a bit disappointed that he didn't wear, what the mascot was wearing. That
me
was
too.
a bit sad.
You know, he was like low-key butthole, walking around all low-key.
Yeah, not committed to the cause as much as I would have liked him to be.
You know? But this is right on brand. Okay, so tell me, sorry.
So it's basically all the buyers, everyone we speak to, they're like, charades is dead. Do not pitch a charades game. And I was a bit like, can I make charades cool? Can we bring charades to this next generation? I don't want to get up and be a chicken, but what if I get 2 dolls and I make them do the most aggressive, violent, sexual things to each other? I'm not allowed to say any words, but I have to do lots of sound effects. Like,
what are you doing? What's that sound effect?
And and that was the kind of inspiration behind Dummies.
Cool. Is this live? Is it in the market?
This
it's
is on
launching
sale
this
in
summer.
a couple of months.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Has it been placed yet?
It hasn't actually been placed yet. No.
Walmart took it, and then they shrunk their adult game section and then untook it. Target, sorry.
Target's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't.
But that's kind of
Where does
how
this-
we
where do-
like
where does
things
this
to
live?
work. So what we like to do with our games is initially launch it on e-commerce. So we can obviously perfect our marketing, learn what works, what doesn't work, have a bit of a trial with it. This is the first time that we're having a product that is launching, like with Jolt, straight into Walmart, which is a little bit new for us. So this one, we were thinking like, okay, we had like, who was it? Spencer's came up to us and were like, completely taken
we're trying
by
Spencer's right now, and then it's very TikTok shop, very again social media focused first, and that's kind of the space we're going. We're kind of saying it's Cards Against Humanity meets Labubu, really kind of getting into that adult space.
Cards Against Humanity meets Labubu.
Or Elf on a Shelf.
Or Elf on a Shelf. Yeah. This is Barry. What are your thoughts on the title here? Does that get you to like? I feel like it's underselling it.
I think the combination of the different spelling of dummies with their faces is really fun.
Yeah.
Like, I don't necessarily know what it is right when I see it, but I'm guessing, what's the tagline?
This doesn't tell me that they're like naughty, sexual, crazy, freaky dummies.
But you can see it in their faces.
Can you?
In their faces.
You see their faces and you think to yourself, these guys are going to be raw dogging, friggin' doing crazy shit
I
together?
mean, I know that they're going to do something weird. What's the tagline?
The party game that goes too far.
The party game that goes too far.
Okay.
I don't think I would get that how because when I played it I was like literally it was bananas first. This is our interaction at Toy Fair a couple weeks ago, and then he showed me this. I go, I gotta have you guys on the show. I go, where have you been my whole life? You know what I mean? Finally someone made games I want to play. You know? Yeah, but that's after I played it. That's after
I would pick that up and look on the back.
you would pick it up and look it on the back.
And that's what happens.
And that's the measure of any game, right? It's like if you can get them to pick it up and flip and read the back, you've got a shot. You've got a shot. You know what I
And
mean?
our hope is like having the window revealing their faces when it's sat next to Incoherent, Cards Against Humanity, a lot of these other adult games, and we're one of the only ones with a window exposing the toy. You can go in, you can feel the toy, it's tactile. We're thinking that on that shelf space it will be different, and you do pick it up, and ideally you turn it around, see the bums, and you go add to cart.
So, it's a time game.
Yes.
And
So what you
someone-
have now is
Okay.
like the cards that we
Yep.
use to determine the teams.
Okay.
So you work in teams, but each round you're in a different team, so you're not stuck with the same
Got
people
it.
the whole time. And then you have the prompt cards that are basically telling you what to act out.
Yep.
And it works a bit like hot potato. You've
Yep.
got 60 seconds. You don't know how much time you've got left.
Cool.
You pass them between each other, and then when the 60 seconds is up, you want to have stopped by that point. Otherwise, you'll lose all your points.
Amazing.
So yeah. So I don't know. Do you want to act one out? And,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you one, and we're going to.
Okay.
We're going
We'll
to guess.
guess. You can only do the sound effects.
You can do sound effects?
Sound
You can do
effects,
sound
but no
effects,
words.
yeah. No words.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Wet dream.
Wet dream.
Nope, close.
Oh, period. Oh. Oh. Aroused in the morning sex? Aroused?
Nope.
Morning
Morning
wood?
wood?
Morning wood.
Yeah, there you go.
It'd be cool if they had penises.
Yeah. I think that,
Even we have a line.
Yeah.
Both like, yeah.
We talked about it.
Yeah.
That would've been awesome.
We want them to be slightly unisex,
Yeah.
so you can use
Yeah,
them for
okay, well,
different
yeah.
situations.
Yeah.
And then you would basically toss them to us, and I will do the next one. So,
Oh, sex swing.
yeah,
There you go.
exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Interesting.
I like how his like having sex sound is like it being like choked. You know?
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah, the noise.
it's like
I was trying to make the sound of the sex swing.
casual
Like,
sex sound. Yeah.
That's a creaky sex swing. Yeah, maybe not every sex swing is like creaky, but this one was.
This is awesome.
Thank
What
you.
is there a way to get a wire in here so that positions stay?
So we had that, and then it was kind of like you're moving them so quickly.
Yeah.
And also it was expensive.
Yeah.
That we decided to kind of keep them in that. As you'll see, it's a single stitch the whole
Yeah.
way around their whole body to keep costs down.
Yep.
So that
Yep.
hopefully it's a perceived high value product because
Yep.
they're getting 2 toys, but we can retail at $19.99.
So look, so to me, I don't see this as a toy that I'm buying. I'm buying the game.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Right.
of course.
So there's no value in this item as a plush or random plush
No,
that
of
you're
course.
forcing me to have because I didn't sign up for this plush. It just happens to be the characters of the game.
Yeah.
Right. So immediately I want more functionality, right? Than I
Okay.
want like whatever to make the game more fun. Right.
Yeah.
So I may be willing to pay that extra bit for that functionality.
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
interesting.
You know what I mean? Like if it's like
Yeah.
a cool thing that could like now I want them to like sit. So
Yeah.
I want to sit them somewhere in my thing, and like, where am I going to put the?
Oh, you want them on your desk,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. They're
Yeah,
gonna go.
that's-
They're
Okay.
gonna go late. I mean, we had such a bonding experience for the last hour, doing all kinds of awkward shit. So like
Yeah.
now it's like I feel
You
like
wanna
I
keep
gotta
them.
at least keep you around for a little bit. I can't just throw you aside like
We can give you some
You know?
stands. and you can put them
We'll
in.
give you some
stands,
wire.
at the very least, give me
Yeah,
a stand.
yeah.
Yeah, we can include some stands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for you.
It's like the weird couple that came over. We had some weird shit went down. It's just like hi, just making sure that was weird. Cool. All right, love this. What is this retail price?
$19.99.
19.99 as well. Is that your sweet spot?
Yeah.
Everything's
We
20
try.
bucks. Okay.
We try.
Cool.
Yeah.
Smart. That's
Yeah.
a good place to keep it. Is there a world where we go down to $9.99 for anything ever?
That's next. I think what we're trying to come up with for later this year next is coming into that $9.99 space with a game that isn't a card game, that is bringing that kind of energy. So yeah, we're trying.
Okay.
So yeah,
I think there's a gap in the
Yeah.
market for us for something like that in that space.
Yeah, and that goes on to my next question. What is next? What are you looking for next? Are you guys in innovation mode always? Are you raising money? Are you looking for more marketers? Are you looking for more distribution? Are you looking for lower pricing?
All of the above.
Yeah,
all of the above.
Yeah,
Please,
always. We'll take anything you've got.
All of that, please.
Yeah.
Interesting. What is the priority?
This year, we're going into Walmart and Target with 2 SKUs, both, and the goal is to nail retail. We know how to sell online, but to get someone in a shop to then physically buy our game, a lot of the stuff you're talking about is customers' first impression of a box. This is definitely something that is our number one focus this year,
Okay.
is to get, if we can get that right, then I think the company can grow even more.
It's a nail retail.
Yeah.
What does nail retail mean to you?
They order again.
Okay.
And then order another SKU next time.
How
So it's
many
3.
how many units in retail is a successful program for you?
About 50,000 per SKU per
Per SKU.
marketplace.
Okay.
Yeah.
And ideally, you have at least one placed. 2 to 3 would be great.
Yes.
Okay. But if you can get one item placed and it does 50,000 units per retailer,
Yep.
right?
Yeah,
That's
correct.
a successful run.
Yes.
Good. I agree.
Yeah. That's a realistic, achievable target.
It's a realistic, achievable target.
but it's still a lot
Not
of work.
easy though.
At least on the first order.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
Very achievable. Whether it sells through, whether the consumer validates you, and whether
Exactly.
you've done enough whatever marketing on the other side to support it. Different story on the
Exactly.
reorders,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
But the first sell in 100%. What is your plan? Let's say it got placed into Dummies gets placed into Target, Walmart, 50,000 units. It's a nice run. Maybe it's a limited run. Maybe it's 1,000 stores to start. What are you doing on the back end to drive sales?
We're doing a kind of front-heavy online push influencers, a lot of meta ads, a lot of our own organic. That's kind of what's got us to this point already off the back of It's Bananas. And then a lot more in person. So we really want to go out, as we kind of mentioned before, and start getting people to actually play the games.
Cool.
A lot of free samples. So yeah, that's really...
Influencers, of course. We need people to know that it is in Target and Walmart. So working with specific influencers that have a history of like pushing product that is in Walmart or Target. So
I don't know what I want to call this, Barry. Not that I have a fucking choice.
Are you gonna make-
Who the fuck am I?
yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like with the right name, this could crush. Dummies just tells me that they're like dummy dolls. I'm just talking about, again, the 2-second walk by.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
2-second walk by, dummies. Okay, cool. There's 2 dummies. I almost want to call them like sex slaves, but that's a dodgy thing right now.
So that's
Right now.
Shaking his head like,
Right now.
Please,
Yeah.
please
Yeah.
don't.
Last year it was fine.
Yeah, last year was fine.
Not in today's climate.
Please don't.
Do the heavy lifting.
I don't know if the faces do the heavy lifting. I don't know if this tells me that they're going to be like doing, dominatrix, whatever random weird freaky shit. What about freaky shit? What about freaky tiki?
Freaky dolls.
Yeah, freaky dolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freak show, freak party.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't pick that up as in someone at the back.
Not. I think dummies is throwing me the opposite direction. I'm like, these are like dummy doll. I mean, you know what I mean? If it was, I don't know. I need to suck on
Yeah,
this one.
think
that's a
about
good
it.
point. Yeah.
Think about
Yeah.
it. Ruminate
Listen, if you
on
come
it.
up with a better name,
Yeah.
we will
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah.
This is just a selfish private
Yeah.
moment. That
You've got about
what-
two-
No.
let's play a game called What Would I Call This?
got about
Nobody
2
cares,
weeks.
Steve, Brad. Yeah. Okay. How does this story end for you guys?
Good question. I think over the last few years, we've just been in the weeds, right? Running your own business. Like, we don't necessarily have like a business background. We used to be actors. So there was a lot of things to figure out, and we are figuring it out. And this year's the year where we feel like, okay, we figured out a lot of pieces, and now we can think a little bit more about our future. Where do we want this company to go? Do we want to sell it eventually, or do we want to keep going with it? Because we really enjoy like the creative parts of the business, and if we can, take a little step back and be more creative, and have other people run the business, like a lot of people would like to do, we would enjoy, running the business even more. So we're not sure yet.
We don't know. I think it's a very ongoing conversation. I think when it's very stressful, you're like, sell it. Who wants it? Take it. But when it's going good, of course, you're a bit like, oh, what if we kind of grow into this kind of company? I think our dream is to kind of become the Willy Wonka of games. You come into a McMiller section or booth, and you're kind of like, it just gets more and more weird and surreal as you walk through the kind of different titles. And I think we can...
It'll be exciting.
Yeah, I think we've got a lot more ideas in us. Let's hope most of them are good. And I think we can grow into something unique.
All you need is one. You got the one.
Yeah, we got the one.
You got a runway.
Yeah.
Right, to make some mistakes.
Yes,
And then-
absolutely.
And the
That is
pressure's
so
on,
true.
and you
Yeah.
got to come up with another banger soon.
Yeah, exactly.
What's your ETA on?
So
Which one of these is going to give Bananas a run?
I actually
one of
think
these guys?
Joel. I think Dummies is going to do really well, and we know exactly what to do with that. And that's when inventing the game. That's my safe bet.
Okay.
believe it or not, the orgy adult sex game is the safe one.
Yeah.
And then the magnet game is very new for us.
Yep.
It's very cozy. It's very calm. You can have it, play it in a board game cafe.
Yep.
Something a McMiller game doesn't normally belong in. And definitely the game industry has gravitated towards that title in a lot of other, like we were saying, like we were showing it at New York Toy Fair and the head buyer of Walmart saw it and was like, I can get this on in August. And we were
So
like,
take it off the stand.
would you want to take this off your stand? And I was like, oh, this is a new question.
Interesting.
I don't know how to answer this. So we're feeling a different heat here that we could maybe do a 4-player version, maybe
Yep.
do a travel edition. I really think we can maybe take this and branch it out.
We've been racking our brain on Five Below.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't
Yeah.
ignore them anymore. They're
Nope.
top 5 retailers.
Yeah.
And how do you make Five Below a game, a version when you're batting in this $20, $30, $60 range sometimes in the market? How am I going to make a $5 version?
Yeah,
right?
But also, I think the cool thing about something like Five Below and something I think we're talking about is I would love, games are, there's a certain kind of demographic that can afford a game, especially when you get over $20, and to be able to offer something at $5 for a family that is the budget that they've got to buy a game that week, I think is a challenge we're really up for and something that does excite us as well,
Cool.
They shouldn't all be unachievable for
100%.
working class families.
What's one role you urgently are hiring for right now, or you need? Are you guys hiring?
Always.
Okay.
Yeah. So currently we're hiring, we're working with some more consultants,
Yep.
like to try them out.
Yep.
Marketing specifically.
Okay. You have a magic wand. You can get a badass superstar that has one superpower. What is that superpower?
I think there's going to be a fight between the two of us
Yeah,
because
that tends to happen.
yeah.
because I want someone who can take. I'm more on the operations and
Yeah.
logistics side,
Yeah.
so I would like to get someone in who can take that off my plate
Yeah.
and run that.
What are you doing? What's on your plate right now for logistics and operations?
Manufacturing.
Okay, you're
all the shipping.
watching. You're
Yeah,
dealing with the factories,
Yes.
and then you're dealing with like loading the pallets and containers, and
Working
you're
with
doing
the
that?
distributors,
Oh, buddy.
the localization.
Jesus.
I've got someone to
I
help me
remember
with
those
that.
days.
Yeah.
You know.
I've got someone who helps me with that,
Yeah.
like 25 hours
Yeah,
a week,
yeah.
and she does an amazing job
Okay.
because I've written out all the SOPs for
Yep,
that.
yep.
So that's taken off a huge chunk of my work.
Okay.
But that is obviously very time consuming. All the testing,
Yeah.
all the requirements for Walmart and Target.
Oh, that's
It's a lot of work.
The
Yep.
bookkeeping, the
Yep.
finances.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
a whole
So he
other-
gets the magic wand. I'll give it to
Oh
him.
wow.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
This time.
Hey,
So-
it's on tape.
So eventually, let's say there was a $10 million run, that you guys had a good run this year. You would need a director of operations, let's
Yes.
say. You need a controller or an accountant of sorts. That'll free up some time, right? Okay.
A lot.
And your wish list was what?
An e-commerce manager, someone
Okay.
who's going across all the platforms, keeping an eye, taking down the counterfeits every day. That's
Oh wow!
an
Talk to me about
ongoing-
that. Is it? It's already popping off.
Since 2 years ago, every day, Kate, who works with us, has to do about half an hour's work. Plus, we spend a lot of money on software to go out and do it itself, but it doesn't catch everything.
You have someone on your team that spends half an hour a day
taking down counterfeits.
of taking down
Yep.
counterfeits.
Yep.
That's going to be I want that to be the opening hook of the video.
Yeah.
Actually, legit.
It's a lot of work. Yeah.
That's wild.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of work.
Yeah.
We're not the
Dude,
only ones.
that's
We speak to
wild.
other companies and they're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
That's
It's just
great.
a lot of Chinese knockoffs.
are you flattered?
Yes, until we have to pay for lawyers
annoyed.
and pay in the software.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
But it's
almost like
inevitable.
So are these manufacturers overseas or are they already here?
so it's Chinese, mostly Chinese
Yep.
knockoffs,
Yep.
bringing out lookalike products. At first, they're just literally saying it's Bananas the Monkey
Yep.
Tail game. We
Yep.
take them all down. So now they're trying different ways of bringing it out.
I had my buddies that had not just a Chinese knockoff. They went to a show in China,
Yeah.
and there was like a booth that had their product, not only showing it, but they had patent certificates on display saying that this was our patent that we made. Was that like? But you're talking about, I've seen Starbucks knocked off. I've seen Apple stores knocked off in
course.
China. It's like I think it's just like I don't think they think it's as bad as we do. Or, it's just
No.
part of the culture. It's just acceptable. Hey, it's working. Here's our version of it.
Yeah.
Oh, we love that logo.
Let's
It's
take it.
Adidas logo. It's 3 stripes. Gorgeous Adidas logo.
Yeah.
The good thing is, though, they can't really match us on quality.
Yes, correct.
So their reviews are terrible.
Yep.
They can't really go much lower than what
Yep.
we are selling it for.
Yep. So is Amazon shutting it down, or who's shutting it
Amazon shuts it down. To be fair to Amazon, they are like very fast and responsive.
Cool.
And then eBay is a nightmare.
Oh my God.
eBay
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
But thank God not too many people
Temu.
shop there anymore.
What else? Shane.
Yeah.
All these websites. It's constant. Walmart.com, Alibaba,
Yeah, Walmart's a bit of a gong show.
AliExpress, sorry,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Alibaba.
Yeah.
But the software's good. Kate's good. We lawyered up. We've got design patents, so
Cool.
we're protected.
There's a patent on bananas?
Yes.
Okay.
And there'll be
A design
patents.
patent?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, but it's all
Okay,
extra money.
So sorry. Back to, so half an hour a day is the e-commerce guy at the moment. He's doing
Oh
that.
no, then he would be
Yeah.
more like running all
But you
the
want like a
marketplaces.
proper e-commerce guy
Who's
blowing
just
up
the
e-commerce
whole
sales.
every day checking everything,
Right.
reporting,
optimizing the listings.
search
like-
term optimization.
Okay, are we running ads?
Yes.
Nice.
We have someone that does run our
Awesome.
Yeah,
So
we've got some.
cool.
It used to be me, and now we've got Louise came in who does our PPC. Thank
Awesome.
God.
And is she doing the creative side of ads, or also just the technical aspect of running them?
So what we tend to do is take our most viral videos. It's
Yep.
almost like TikTok is a testing ground, and then the most viral videos just get funneled straight into Meta ads or Amazon video ads.
Cool.
Video ads are king for us. We design the games for video. I think the industry's going video anyway, and I think we're kind of the one of the companies kind of designing with that in mind, kind of at the start. So yeah, that's kind of how we're doing it.
Cool. Okay. And then you're doing that. The plan is to drip all year long, and then come Q4, release the hounds.
Yeah, just
on
turn it-
whatever organic was
Yeah.
working, and whatever you've already validated, let it
Yeah.
ride.
My
It's a test.
favorite time of year.
Yeah.
Q4.
Yeah.
The stress.
Is it though?
So
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I know.
No, it's terrible.
You know
It's
what sucks about
horrible.
Q4 in the industry? Like, you know, we spend all this time prepping for Q4 and because the sales and you know the jazz and but you're also developing for next year at the same time.
Yep.
It truly is the most stressful, shittiest time of year
Yeah.
for us toy designers.
And then
You
you
know?
go straight into trade shows
Yeah.
in January, February, and yeah.
It's like I'm
nuts.
trying to like, you know, I'm trying to deliver programs that are going in store from shit I sold last year, right? As it's going in store, I'm trying to make mock-ups of shit that it doesn't exist for next year
Yeah.
that I got to go present to, you know,
It's
show
relentless.
you. And it's like, could we? And they're like, could we even get a read on the stuff that am I going to even make money from the stuff that I'm selling now?
Yeah.
Before I show you the shit for next year,
Yeah.
it's just such a mind fuck. At that, there's 2 months of just like, what is happening, right?
It's just hard. I think you're standing at the toy fair and everyone's like, "Great, I love that, but what's new? What's
Yeah.
next?"
Yeah.
And it's just capitalism personified. Where you're like, "Oh my God, it's never enough."
Yeah, I don't want to talk anybody out of the toy industry because it's this beautiful industry.
It's
but
great.
It's
The
It's
community
lovely.
is amazing.
People are lovely.
The
so
That's-
folks are great.
cutthroat in the sense that if you show something, it's like ugly duckling. You know, you show something, and you know if you see it again next year, it's already dead.
Yeah.
Right. It's like you know, and we have to as designers be that. I think dynamic or move or like less attached, I guess, emotionally to stuff. Right. It's like here it is. It's a SKU. It's not a baby. You know, like it's gonna. You know, whether if it's not performing. Take it out back and get rid of it and move on and less attachment, right?
Yeah.
It's hard because we spend years developing it. It's easier said than
the
done.
more you release, the less attached you are
Yeah.
to your own ideas.
Yeah.
Your first
And the more you
game
learn.
is
Yeah. So after the e-com guy, sales is a big thing you need right now.
Yeah, I would love to
Yeah.
also have like
Yeah.
some
Someone
director
in
of
sales.
sales.
Yeah,
like
I
VP of sales.
had a consultant come in one time and was like, "Hey, Steve, like you know, we're trying to cut some cost down here and there. We're trying to save 80K there, you know, save 50K at the 3PL, save another 20K in container damage." She's like, "Wouldn't that? None of that matters if we just doubled revenue." And I'm like, "It's true. If we just doubled
Yeah.
revenue.
Just double
all of
it.
my problems would
Yeah,
go
yeah.
away."
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Yeah. So just I think that's a good. I think sales and marketing is always underrated. I think
I agree.
people spend so much time in product development. I'm a Virgo. I'm like hyper analytical. I touch everything. I'm involved in every piece of the process. I want it to be perfect. And it's never perfect, right?
course.
And you get it to this level where you release it, and then you're like, okay, hope it does well.
Yeah.
You know, it used to be
Yeah.
like, you know, it's like, you can't, right? You get the sales and marketing gets overlooked, right? If you're not out
You
there in
can't
the
overlook
trenches.
it. You can't
Yeah.
because there's a
Without
lot of
the
competition.
market.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, unless you get lucky online with organic, like you need to have a proper structure.
Exactly. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go play a little bit. I want to
Yeah.
play. I want to play bananas.
Let's do
I
it.
want to
Okay.
get this out and you know get this.
Oh, we've got
well,
some
that's the
tails.
empty box. I've
Oh,
already
yeah,
set
okay,
it up
you got
over
a real
there.
one
Yeah.
over here. Mirza, are we mobile? Are we versatile? All right, this is the first ever podcast where we just you
Wow, we're
get
just
up and
gonna move away from the
live,
table?
live shot. Okay, so hold on. So we didn't get to talk about the Shark Tank deal. What happened on Shark Tank?
So Shark Tank, oh my God, what an experience. A wild
Yeah.
ride. I took a beta blocker.
Okay.
To just get through it, which
Yeah,
was amazing.
yeah.
Send me out, so good. We got a deal.
Cool.
We got
With who?
4, actually.
Oh, wow.
4 people offered in the room.
Okay.
And in the end, we went with Daniel Lubetsky.
Cool.
So the kind bar guy.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, and how's that going?
And then we decided to, after some negotiations, and also right after filming, we filmed Shark Tank in June of last year.
Okay.
And like a month later, we managed to get in-person meetings with Walmart and Target.
Is that before the show aired?
Yeah.
Okay.
We already had that set up.
All right,
And the
so they
thing
can't
was-
say like, oh, you came and used us and bounced us.
No.
Okay.
The idea was that they were going to help us go into mass retail, right? But then we already managed to do it ourselves after the show.
Got
so
it.
then we sort of like, we're in a
You
different
kind of
place.
didn't need them anymore.
Yeah.
Didn't make
Okay.
sense.
And
Didn't
then,
make sense.
So did they change the deal, or were they trying to change the deal at all?
No, we had meetings with them, and we were obviously trying to figure out
You
where
negotiated.
they could, where
Okay.
they could help us and where they could, add
Cool.
value to the company. And I think they could have obviously added a lot of value to the company,
Yeah.
but in our eyes, it just didn't make sense anymore, the valuation
Sure.
and the deal itself.
Sure.
So we pulled out on good terms.
Yeah.
Great, he had a great team. we would have loved to have worked
Their
with
pullout
them.
game is strong.
Yeah. Never scared to pull out.
Sometimes you should. Yeah.
Talking of pulling out.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you got to really get low. Holy shit.
Aye.
Does it matter which order?
Nope.
Okay, anyone goes. I don't want to play against him. Can we get ready? I'm gonna go easy. 3, 2, 1, go.
Go. Oh. And then come over to the
Oh,
leaf.
no,
No,
one
come
at
to
a
the
time.
leaf. Yeah, one at a time, one at a time.
Ooh. Look at that.
Oh,
Look at that.
very nice.
Natural. I don't want to play against him.
Oh, you've practiced. Oh no, my mic just fell off.
I did not practice. Oh, how am I going to get this out? That's what she said.
You can use your hands as well.
I'm going to be sweating after this.
Oh,
Oh, it's
it
going
was
to be
close.
So cost-wise, guys, talk to me about some economics.
So unit cost is about 260
Okay.
for the whole thing.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah, we've managed to slowly get it down while our numbers going up. We think
Cool.
we can get it down a wee bit, but
Yeah.
it comes with quite a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So it's quite hard to
So-
get it down.
Are you selling it internationally yet?
Yes.
Okay.
So the UK market was the market we cracked first.
Cool.
And then we're moving into Europe. We're just kind of deciding between a couple of different distributors.
Yep.
Do we go very digital?
Yep.
Or do we go established old
Yep.
retail?
Yep.
And sadly, no one is both. So
At 20, let's say euros or pounds, you have to sell to them about $5 FOB.
To the distributors.
To the
Yes,
distributors,
exactly.
yeah.
That is
Yes.
exactly the
It's not a
price
huge
point.
margin. People think that,
No.
people hear 260, like, oh man, they're selling it for 20 bucks, they're making a fortune. No. The distributor pricing, the wholesale pricing, the ads, the marketing, the
Exactly.
everything, the
Everything.
tariffs, the
The
import.
fulfillment,
It's-
the
it's
you
a-
need the
it's a-
volume.
fees.
You need the volume, otherwise
Yeah.
you've not got a business.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But that's good. I think this is a great international product because there's not much to localize, right?
There's
not
no
much,
text, yeah.
No language barrier, nothing else to do. Okay, amazing. Guys, if you need support in any way, if we can help in any
Yeah,
way,
thank you.
help you reach, this is just an amazing game. You guys are amazing people.
Cheers.
I appreciate you being
Yeah,
on the show.
thank you for
Thank you very
having
much.
us.
Thank you.
You guys are absolute amazing people. All right,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. Yay.
Awesome.